but it was more trying to focus on where we were going and how we were going to handle this situation now, what was going to happen.
What happened once you reached Parkland Hospital?
Limo pulled in, halfback pulled up right behind. I jumped out of the car and I ran to the left side of the president's car. I reached over and I took Mrs. Kennedy by the shoulder, tried to help her up. She didn't want to move. Meantime, Clint had come around and opened the door to the left side, stepped into the limo. And he says, "Come on, Mrs. Kennedy, whatever, we have to go." And she didn't want to let go of the president. And she started to get up, and you could see the open head wound. And Clint took off his suit coat jacket, covered the head wound, and then I don't know I don't recall exactly who the agents were that were taking the president's body out of the right side of the limo. And they got him out, and there was a little delay there because we had to get Governor Connolly out. I was not aware that he had been shot at that time, and Mrs. Connolly, and then the president. And finally Clint walked through with Mrs. Kennedy, and I had stepped into the limo also, and I saw there was a bloody cigarette lighter on the seat, her purse, and a bouquet of roses, and her hat. And I picked up her hat and the lighter, and we left the limo. And I followed them in to the hospital. There were people starting to congregate outside of Parkland when we pulled up. And I was wondering how these people knew to be there so soon. And as we go, and I went out, and she came right around and was standing in outside the emergency room. Interesting. I don't remember who I gave the hat and purse to, whether I handed it to her. I don't remember.
The hat is missing now, as far as I'm aware. It's like its whereabouts have never been determined.
Yeah, I'm guessing I might have given her both, and she put them down or whatever and never followed up with the hat. I don't know. Cigarette lighter I put in my pocket, and I was going to give that again to, I thought that lighter was hers. And I'm not going to give that to her. I will wait till we get back to the White House. And when we did, I gave it to Provy, her nurse. I didn't find out till like 40 years later, talking to Clint, that was his cigarette lighter. And Provy, in the meantime, had sold it on eBay.